Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First and 10, here's Rodgers. And incomplete to open things up. The Pro Bowl wideout Davante Adams, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. To the air on second down. It's Rodgers. This one complete to Devin Funchess. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Now there's a target that just about any quarterback would like to throw to. Devin Funchess, one of the big body receivers in the league who can go up and get it. Former Carolina Panther, played one game with the Indianapolis Colts in 2019 before breaking his collarbone. Excellent hands, monster target, kind of forgiving target for a quarterback. The Packers really need him to develop and give them another option on the perimeter.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Caught left side by Funchess. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 at the 19. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
One of the underrated aspects of Davante Adams' game is his toughness. He had to battle his way through injury last year, and while his numbers may have dipped, he was still the #1 target for the group.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First carry now for Dalvin Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. But Dalvin Cook's best game of 2019 came against these Packers. It was in Week 2 early in the season, but he had 154 yards and a touchdown on the ground. though his Vikings actually wound up falling 21-16 at Lambeau. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run. Cook. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
On the carry.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off play action. Flowers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming.
He's brought down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a play fake. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. Past the 20. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 43 yards. Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, 1st and goal. And a 2nd effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
From 4 yards out. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple.
At the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Give to Cook out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
On the carry, it's Cook. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 26. Boy, Dalvin Cook just so explosive in the open field. He's not a small guy either, but once he gets those legs churning, look out.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
11 at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 11. Cook. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Packers 13, Vikings nothing.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Green Bay.
Rodgers now on first down. They still can't get him. And this is at the 8. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards, the final tally. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got it 1st and goal. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Packers add on to their lead.
And that's something we saw often last year. Aaron Jones finding his way into the end zone with a rushing touchdown. Had his best season on the ground in his young career. First time he was over 1,000 yards, and he tied Christian McCaffrey for the most rushing touchdowns in the league with 16. Green Bay had a balanced offense and a big-time record last year.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Cousins gives way to Cook. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Cousins hands to Dalvin Cook. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. On the ground, it's Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and a mile. Throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now Austin. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Being chased out left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The call here, they need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and it's taken down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. On 1st down, Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Vikings' 40-yard line.
On play action, now Rodgers. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st down.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdes-Scantling. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Good catch by Marquez Valdes-Scantling, and that's something that his teammates needed to see and something he needed for himself. They call him MVS.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 1st down, Flowers. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It's caught inside the 25. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Operating from the gun. Flowers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Dalvin Cook, incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 1.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it here. Oh, going for Jefferson. It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. And at this
you watching my game?
The second half looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described.
This dude's trying to get the running game going. It's driving me nuts.
And that's exactly what they did there.
27-7. I forgot to turn on Adams' ability.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long.
Should have at least one more touchdown.
They've got to pay it off with some points.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
I mean, it's whoever gets the win, right? That's what we're doing it for? Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with that.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Open man, it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds.
Oh, this guy's getting so lucky.
Just shy of the 20. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. First down, here's the run with Cook. Open space inside the 10.
In game?
He's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent
Yeah.
but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
I don't think so.
Cook following the penalty, and he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So that one will be accepted.
Oh yeah, here he comes. For real, you've been on it all day.
Now a run with Cook.
What's up?
Yards on the pickup, it'll be 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Play fake, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big gain there after.
So he got his PS5, huh?
3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team.
Do that. Let's go.
It's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish.
Man, how you gonna have Diggs and
The defense.
Tyreek Hill?
They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he gets this up just shy of the 15.
Yeah.
That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away.
I feel like tight ends are pretty valuable in this year's game too.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
7 yards to pick up there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Rodgers again now. Looking deep for Adams. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 68 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play. And that was.
Have you ever played the guy you're playing?
Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes.
I played that, who was it?
They have these precise arrows.
I forgot what his username was. That's the guy I was in a pretty close game with the other day. You Javon something.
Fielded in the end zone.
He's not bad.
Come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard
I'm not sure if that's him or not.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah,
No.
they make up for it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's another Vikings first down.
Cousins on first down.
Oh my
And
God.
Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, 30 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Now,
Hey, I got you,
let's
man.
go ahead and go for 2.
Every time you hit me up, I'm in the game.
Again, it's Cousins. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they're trying to pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. He
Hate
hits the
giving up
big
bullshit
target for the 2-point
touchdowns.
try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Takes this about 5 yards deep.
Man, everyone trying to get Jordan Love off me too.
Out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Jones, the ball carrier.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Yep.
Again to Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis.
Let's just hope everyone can.
To begin the 4th quarter.
Let's hope everyone can take an L, not quit.
1st and 10. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football.
Yeah.
About the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen, did not let him get downfield.
On play action, Rodgers. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky.
Pretty much.
As he got hit as he threw it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to
That's
get
the one bad thing about the Chiefs is it's hard not to just throw it up to Tyreek every play.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Have y'all noticed that these lead blockers take the wrong damn guy sometimes when you're going upfield? Yeah, on a run, not a pass where they're blocking, but on a good run.
Right, continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Oh, no way.
Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there? Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Following the interception, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and
throwing. Cousins.
Oh, give me the ball.
Boy,
Come
that one
on.
drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this.
What did you set the fourth down rule for in the third quarter? Can they go for it?
Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defense
So,
is
when
eating
he...
them alive.
Yeah, I mean, he was down by 20... I think 20. Okay.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Cousins on fourth down. And he finds Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
10 at the 37-yard line.
On first and 10, Cousins. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Rudolph on the receiver.
Oh, give me that ball. Let's go.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Packers pick it up. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Oh, God, yeah. He said, you blitz in 2 or 1? That's ridiculous.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
Like, this dude started running no huddle on me. I was like, all right, well, I'm going to start throwing hard flats out there. And sure enough, I did. And he got mad because I picked him off.
Rodgers now on first down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
I can't get into it.
From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Oh.
And that is incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning.
The guys in 2K, they don't move like, I don't know, they're too slow. I hate it. Feels like I'm trying to move a rock.
And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to take it in.
Damn.
Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add on to their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is.
Aaron Jones has 4 TD reception touchdowns today.
It does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win
What?
against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
My ebook? You want my ebook? I charge $100.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
You know I'm going to get a shitty corner out of that. I got to get what I can get.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
I'm going to end up with the 27th or somewhere in that ballpark.
Take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row. First down.
Who? Oh, he's the Browns, right?
Cousins now. Completes it to the
Oh
fullback.
my God! Come on, bro.
He's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
First down and 10 yards to go.
First down. Here's Cousins. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be taken down.
He wasn't that good at 21. He was good at 20.
Stop here for the 2-minute warning. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. 2 yards. Now Cousins on 4th down.
Oh, another pick in the end zone. Come on. Get out of here.
Positioning, and it's picked off. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the
This guy's got to
12-yard
be
line.
pissed.
Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Now second and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A gain of 4. And it's third down.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And he'll be upended.
Who's playing against Aaron Rodgers?
3-yard gain there. Give him 3
I can
on
hear it.
first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about
Switches.
themselves, can they? I mean, what a game.
Vikings doing it. He's not terrible.
They're moving the ball, and things are working and clicking.
Yeah, I just beat him. I mean,
Follow this and carry it with them.
he runs a lot of. You're not gonna get.
Do anything wrong, whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in
Yeah, I'm about to cook dinner, but I'm gonna be back on later. You gonna be on? Yeah, if I see you on, I'll invite you to a game. Well, I will. Are we just doing it for the +2 for players over 30? Okay. Shit, I'll let you know what I want since I won my game. Alright guys, I'll be back on later. Alright man, see ya.